At the end of the day, charitable giving lets the rich decide what will be funded and what won't, which is a decision that we are supposed to make together as a society through taxing and spending. People are hungry not because of scarcity, but because of the way our economic systems are built and nurtured. According to the FAO, today's world produces enough food to feed 10 billion people. However, some of us are not permitted access to it. More precisely, the UN reports that in 2020, more than 2.3 billion people, that is 30% of the global population, lacked year-round access to adequate food. This is just a part of a wider landscape in which the world's richest 1% have more than twice as much wealth as 6.9 billion people, as Oxfam data shows. Inequality of this rate is not inevitable. It is a political choice. Our political and economic systems are not serving us. Public services are suffering from chronic underfunding or are being outsourced to private companies that exclude the poorest among us. The endless pursuit for profit is just a rat race in which the majority are left hungry and the societies are left crumbling. Solidarity Kitchen is a self-organized collective from Serbia that has recognized the urgency to act against this situation. For more than a year now, we are on the streets of Belgrade 3 times a week, providing meals to anyone in need of it. We are financing our activities slowly through individual donations of people from our communities. The meals are being cooked in the kitchens of our activists and distributed to people experiencing homelessness, precarious workers, the unemployed, people from Roma communities, people with disabilities. In short, through sharing the food, we want to act in solidarity with our neighbors that are unable to work or are unable to live decently from the shamelessly low incomes they receive for their work. We believe that solidarity is the answer, not charity. Charitable actions do not question existing inequalities, power relations, and the role of states and big corporations in the production of poverty and hunger. On the contrary, charitable actions only normalize the fact that extreme wealth and extreme poverty coexist. Moreover, wealthy individuals who decide to give charity to a cause they choose are receiving tax deductions from the government we are all financing as taxpayers. At the end of the day, charitable giving lets the rich decide what will be funded and what won't, which is a decision that we are supposed to make together as a society through taxing and spending. Hence, this is fundamentally undemocratic practice. Unlike charity, through solidarity we recognize that we are all parts of the same political community and that we should act together to make our societies more equitable. An example of such joint action was when people in Serbia decided to help local farmers who were having problems with enormous amounts of potato they couldn't sell due to import-oriented state policies which favored foreign producers. On one side, the food was rotting in the warehouses, and on the other, the farmers and their families were being left without any revenues. By using social networks, people mobilized joint efforts and organized the purchase of potato stocks from the farmers. Large amounts of the stocks were directed to us at Solidarity Kitchen. Part of that potato we used to cook meals for our neighbors in need, and part of it we distributed to local Roma communities in the outskirts of Belgrade. As our joint act of solidarity took hold, the state then decided to start offering local farmers to purchase their potato stocks. These kinds of examples show us that we do have the power to demand a more just society in which poverty and hunger are not the norm. We have to radically change the world in which food is not a human right and basic need, but a privilege.